standing in the #1 community in Houston. I don't know if you would believe me, but after watching this video, you probably will. This is the Towne Lake. So we are right in the heart of Cypress, Texas. In fact, we're standing at the boardwalk right now. All the shops, 4th of July parades, biggest fireworks show. You have a lazy river, you have twisty slides, big water slides. This 300-acre park, which there is lake living here. This is the only lake living in Houston that's not Lake Houston or Conroe. This is man-made, a master plan community called Towne Lake right here in Cypress, Texas. So if you want to know everything about what it's like to live in Cypress, stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Wilkie.
Joe Rodriguez.
Joe, you speak Spanish?
See?
We are the Real Agent Now group right here in Houston, Texas. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to learn everything about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, play, and what's going on here in Cypress, make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. We are getting so many phone calls, emails, and texts every day from people moving and relocating here. We absolutely love it. If you're even thinking about moving, relocating anywhere in Houston, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, days, nights, weekends. We got your back with moving to Houston, Texas.
Of Towne Lake, Northwest Houston, Cypress, Texas. This place absolutely blows my mind away. There's just so much to offer, and right now during the COVID shutdown, this community offers everything, not even having to leave the community to enjoy everyday living, entertainment with the kids, family, everything. So this lake right here, we have 300 acres of lakes out in Towne Lake. What's so unique about it, it's not just another lake. You can actually ski out here. There's a pontoon boat out here. We can actually come in and take you out on a 1-hour tour of the pontoon boat and the community. Houses out here on the lake start at $800,000, but mind you, there's price points across all price points. This little area right here is the Towne Lake Community Center. It has the weight rooms, it has the entertainment, it has the pools. Actually, it has a sand volleyball court over here. You would think you're paying to get into a resort over here. It has a lazy river for all the family and kids to just float around. It's 7 minutes long in order to float through the entire river. It has slip and slides, it has tube slides, everything. I haven't seen something that's so spectacular. On top of that, you have award-winning restaurants. You have a unique restaurant such as Union Kitchen, you have Pilates, you have World of Beer over here, Torchy's Tacos. So this community offers every single thing that you could ever want in just basically in a community.
Yeah, so obviously we're not going to just talk about Town Center. This area out here in Cypress, Northwest Houston, has some of the most of those big neighborhoods of the master plan communities. They're everywhere out here, but this one definitely is not only the #1 out here, but basically in Houston. So you're gonna see all the family events, and you can actually park your boat right here. You can boat right in and park it, and they even have a boat Uber system where they'll pick you up and bring you here. So if you're like me, you like to drink those brewskis, they'll take you home. You're gonna see lots of live bands out here, and this was all, I mean, it's all fairly new, but this started back in 2007. There's still 18 months of build out to go. So, you know, this is gonna be something that's being built for 15, plus years, and there's another couple hundred, or thousands of homes to go. They're planning on having about 3,500 homes in here. So really anything from the 400s all the way up over the $1 million, but lake living, are you kidding me? For 800,000 starting is just unbelievable, unheard of, and you can have your own boat. So what we want to do, take you through Towne Lake, show you that. We're going to show you a couple other master plan communities, and also there's acreage living within minutes of here where you can get 5, 10, even 50 acres, have barns, whatever, and be able to come down here at your leisure. So we're gonna be cruising through and showing you Cypress. All right, so we're right here at, this is the main center right here, so the lazy river and all that, but this is what's cool. If you're not living on the lake, you have boat moorage right here. So you can actually pay to get a slip, and you can actually see some of the Towne Lake boats that are the first spots right here. Those are some of the ones that can water taxi you, take you anywhere, do boat tours. But yes, you can pay to have your boat slipped right here. And then this freaking facility is amazing right here. So workout facilities, huge family events. I'm gonna work over and we're gonna go show you, there's a splash pad, water park, lazy river, all of that as well. All right, so as you can see, we are across the way. The boardwalk is behind us. So now you have the ability, there's some docks over here to boat and come to this big splash pad. So you have giant splash pads. As you can see, you can also ride your golf cart here. Lots of golf cart riding, which is what I love. And the lazy river is right there. So huge splash pad. You have the white sandy beach. You can boat, go right across, or just drive the bridge like we did. It's a 30-second drive and get right there to the boardwalk. Amazing community here in Cypress, Texas. So another really cool thing about Cypress is this is the 290. So the 290, 30-minute drive right into downtown Houston. There are master plan communities, the Cypress Lakes, all of them are just right around this. This is the Houston Premier Outlets. There's 145 different shops here, from Nike's, Saks Fifth, Louis, you name it, they're in this outlet mall. So you have that shopping here in the Cypress. You know, Tomball is just right up to the northeast of us, 10, 15 minutes. In fact, there's acreage estates we just drove through. You can get 15 acres, 20 acres just right down the road from this outlet store. So it puts you close to getting to, you know, Houston. Plus you're also, you know, once you hit these roads here, the beltways, you can get right into Katy pretty close too. So, you know, the more affordability, lots and lots of shops, restaurants is right here in Cypress. All right, so we had to get out here. This is lake living at the finest. You can see they got their pontoon boat, and they even have little party decks down there to play. So lots of lake living. There's still a lot to go. You see all these open lots. I mean, as far as this thing can see, way, way, way down there, there's gonna be new buildings. So if you want that lake living, it's still available. There's some resale. You got some ducks underneath the car right there, so you get some light. But these are the big, big homes right here, and you're just a 1-minute boat ride around to the boardwalk. So very close. Got your infinity pool. This is just the coolest. Again, this is the only lake where you can have where you can do boating, you know, that's not Lake Houston or Conroe, and it's in a master plan community. It's really only one of a kind, and truly one of a kind here in Houston. So we're here, this is the northern section of Towne Lake. So what you'll see, they're all over the place. There's spots for you to actually park your boat if you aren't on the lake. If you are on the lake, you can see, you can have your own private dock. There are these cool little islands out in the middle that you can boat to. You can see people out boating right now, pontoon boating. Usually it's way busier, but it's Friday, you know, school started, so ain't as busy. But yes, there is lake living. Now there's over 300 acres of lake here, and then once we go to the south end, that's over where all those restaurants and everything where we were at. So all your restaurants, shops, bars, and there are houses. So if we keep going up to the north, down this road, it's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres of new houses being built. So this is going to be going on for years. There's entry-level homes, and there's homes, you know, starting in the 400s all the way up into the millions. Millions obviously probably is going to give you, you know, the lake living and stuff, just like homeboy over there in his pontoon boat. So incredible community. Like we've said many times, this is voted as one of the top communities in the entire Houston metro. So still puts you 30 minutes away from downtown Houston. You're close, you know, we were only about 8-9 minutes away from the outlet malls, so you have all the shopping, you know, and at the south end of the lake here, you have a bunch of restaurants and everything as well. I wish my high school was that nice. That's just the middle school here. And so now we're gonna be working our way to the left here and going down to the boardwalk where all the things are happening. All right, so Joe, this is kind of the entry level. What are we looking at, price and square footage?
Well, price point, this lands right around $350,000 to $550,000.
Yep.
And what that gets you is anywhere between 2,800 and all the way up to 5,000 square foot, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So you have everything in between, depending if it's a 1-story, 2-story, 1.5 story, and what we call 1.5 story here, basically it's just having the upstairs with a game room and a built-out bathroom, and sometimes a little bedroom. So that's what we call a 1.5 story.
Perfect. So you're able to get, you know, in the $400,000 range is right around 3,000 square foot. But these are huge brick homes, and again, what's cool about this neighborhood, not a lot of the houses look the same. I mean, just this loop we just went through, Every house in there looks different. So then you have the range of the 6 to 7, 800,000, and that's going to be 5,000 square foot, really close to the lake. And then the 800 and above, 1 million, 1.5, even 3, 4 million on the lake is where, I mean, we see some of these houses going there 12 to 15,000 square feet. So really anything in between. And the cool thing is, even these neighborhoods, you can have a boat and you can store it down there and pay to have it stored or whatever and use the lake. Okay, so we've seen everything about Towne Lake. I mean, you could be in here for days. It's that special. And there's so many perks of buying here. We talked to the Welcome Center and they have so many different things that you can get with your house, with buyer, closing costs being thrown in, additional incentives. And just that's what we're here to do, is help you negotiate those things with the builder. But we're also going to cruise to, like I said, there's so many master plan communities in Cypress. It's like all it is besides some of that country living. But we're gonna go to one more. It's called Bridgeland, whatever you want to call it. Is it Bridgeland or Bridgeland?
It's Bridgeland.
Bridgeland.
Oh, you call it Bridgeland?
Bridgeland. And so we're gonna go cruise to that and show you that one, and then some country living in Cypress. As we pass a school, Joe, what school district are we in, and are they good?
We are in the Cy-Fair ISD School District, one of the top school districts out here in the area for the outer communities.
Cy-Fair.
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 C-Y.
C-Y Fair.
Fair.
And you grew up, or not grew up, but you lived here a long time ago. A lot of this wasn't even here.
A lot of this wasn't developed when I lived out here, so it slowly just built up. This was all just covered open land, farming land and stuff like that. So eventually they slated all this land out here and made it just a lot of great communities.
And this is just full of master plan communities now. Why do you think there's so much attention? There's so many houses being built out this way.
Well, in this particular area, it just offers a little ease from the hustle and bustle of the city. It's the great school districts for one, and then you have everything that's as far as shops, dining, entertainment, everything that's out here. But it's also conveniently close to, if you want to, you're 2 hours away from Austin on the Highway 290. You're close to Texas A&M University as well. Aggie land. You have we have Bluebell Ice Cream in Brenham, which is not too far to go take a tour.
You taking us back?
Taking us back, and then so there's just a lot going on out here that makes it very convenient for a lot of people.
I think out of all the vlogging in these neighborhoods we've done, this one is like where the most action's going. Now, Sugarland was a lot like this, but Sugarland has a lot more lakes and trees. But it all kind of depends on which area you want to be in. So this is, more north. Obviously, it's northwest. So it still puts you close to, the Woodlands if you wanted to get over there. It puts you close to Katy if you wanted to be, working in the energy corridor. So yeah, this really has everything you would want all up here. But if you're going to be working south, like in the plants and stuff, this is going to be a little bit long to drive.
This is a little bit long. What drives Houston a lot is the medical, and being that we just don't have the medical center hub, I mean, we have hospitals throughout the city, so it drives a lot convenience for where you want to be positioned at in the city.
Yep. So that's what we do. Figure out why you're moving here, your lifestyle, what you need, and we place you in the perfect spot. All right, so we are 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes away from Towne Lake, and we came into Bridgeland. So this is, very popular. A lot of people moving here too, but you're probably gonna have a little bit more affordability here, right? And you have some smaller bungalow houses.
Yeah, you got a lot of affordability out here.
Yep.
But you're really not. Well, how would I put that? You're not sacrificing the lifestyle for it by any means, because I mean everything's manicured out here. It's well taken care of. There's tons of lakes out here.
Everywhere.
But what we mean by affordability is the entry point out here is probably the high 2s, 300s.
Yep.
And these do go up into the 800,000s as well. So there is something out here in every size type of house.
Right, and so there is just green. This is it's actually a lot greener than Towne Lake. As for parks and trails, I think Towne Lake is definitely more centered around the lake and stuff. This is more like trees and wooded, and I mean, you're talking $300,000 to $400,000, and you're gonna get 3,000-4,000 square foot homes. So huge houses for the money. All right, so if you don't need to live on the lake, if you do, Towne Lake is it. But if you don't, like, I'm totally feeling this as we drive through here. This is totally my style. It's way more green. You have like these lakes and stuff. Just that's what this whole entire neighborhood looks like And there's these big centers. So I mean, you have these giant playgrounds that my kids would rip this up. You know, these big old full-size tennis courts. You got an Olympic-sized pool over there, splash pad, and then these trails. I mean, there is miles and miles and miles of these trails that go along these lakes. The big barbecue center. So I know they hold like these big family events out here. And it's just amazing. This is more of my style. And again, you're going to stretch that dollar out. So we're going to be showing you some of these homes. I mean, I'm looking at these ones across from the park. Some of these are in the 400,000, maybe 500,000, but they are monster houses. So definitely a little bit more affordable. I think Bridgeland is definitely one of the top communities here in the Cypress area. And just talking about Cypress, the feel as we've been going through all of these areas, I love that just to the north, like a couple miles, is some of the most remote farmland. Like you can have full livestock, cows, horses, ranch, your barn, and that is right up to the north. You have a huge shopping center with the outlets, with 150 outlets. You have these incredible communities. There's so many of them to choose from, but definitely Towne Lake and Bridgeland are you know, top of the charts. And it's just incredible schools. That Cypher, we're passing these high schools that look like every school that I grew up going to in North Idaho combined. They're that big. So really amazing family out here. You see a lot of in fact, even in this community, 55 plus, they're called patio homes, as Joe calls them. So a lot less maintenance, and you get, you know, the 1,800, 2,200 square foot homes that's available in here. But then stretching up to about $800,000, you're gonna get one of the biggest homes you'll see, you know, here in Houston area too. So we're gonna continue touring you. All right, so this house is for sale. Tell us a little bit about what this price point is.
Well, this one's a little over $1 million at 1.1. It's about 5,600 square foot. It's just shy of a half-acre lot. So.
Unbelievable. And the drive, you drive through there, the wrought iron gate, to a garage in the back. These houses in here are so big, and some of them 700,000-800,000, right?
700,000-800,000
is going to stretch it.
5,000,
and the lake is right there in these people's backyard. So that big house back there that we just saw for sale was only 750,000. So it was about almost 5,000 square feet. I love the architecture here. I mean, you do have some stucco, but the brick, the rock, the shale, it's just an amazing neighborhood, and everything leads together with the paths. So we've been seeing golf carts everywhere with you know, families, kiddos, and they're just taking all these paths and going along these lakes and to all the parks. It's just an incredible community. So now what we're gonna do, this is Bridgeland. You know, we've done Town Center. We're also gonna show you some of the acreage estates. You can get 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 acres just to the north of us, a couple miles, so we'll cruise that way. So right now we're headed south on Telge Road. This is what people love of all the property. 5, 10, 15 acres or more, you know, bigger homes, big shops. You can have your horses, you know, livestock. That's
horses, cows, chickens.
Have them all, right?
Got them all.
Farmer McDonald. So Telge Road goes right down into Cypress. You know, we are minutes away from, you know, the 249, the major freeways, but this is a dead end, no outlet road. What kind of homes can you get in here?
Well, you get some nice country homes that were recently built by custom builders. You can get you a 7,000 square foot home.
Woo!
On 9.5 acres, Jackson.
Dang. So all private gates, no outlet, huge trees as you're seeing. No
restrictions, so.
Hey, there's a brand new house being built right there. Let's talk about if someone wants to buy property and build. Do you have a builder, relationships?
So yeah, basically we got a great builder who can build to specifications, so just get you connected with an architect, and then basically build out anything you want in your house.
And the big thing, like in the Northwest, you know, usually you had to purchase the land and then you could finance the house, but here...
That's good to know. So here in Texas, in this particular area, you do not have to go purchase the land outright. There are packages, loan packages that come together where you can have the house and the loan together in completion. Perfect. And you work with, the lenders work with that.
So we got you covered if you want that acreage, you want to build the new house, but there's a lot of resale homes out here, and some of these are nice and new. I mean, this is... You're going to find the most gorgeous country living right here in this northwest section.
Look at these nice oaks over here. I mean, these are oaks.
This is called get you a shade tree, right,
That's
Joe?
a shade tree right there.
Get you a shade tree.
That's a shade tree.
So we'll get you out to see this. Okay, so I just wanted to add, you know, we just drove through there. Those are the houses that are 700 up to, you know, 1.2, 1.3 million. but what I love is they're all like on half acre. A bunch of them have pools, sport courts, and then you get, you know, these lake views right here. So it's amazing how big these properties are here in the Bridgeland area, and I didn't see that as much over in the Towne Lake where you get that much space. All right, there are so many different communities here in Cypress. It's amazing. You could find so many just like this with lakes and everything that you need, top school districts. But hey, if the Northwest Houston area isn't your spot, it's not exactly where you need to be. That's what we are here for, is to help you find your dream spot, your perfect spot, so that you can enjoy the lifestyle that you want here. So the only way that we can help you find that perfect spot is you gotta reach out. You gotta give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we got your back when moving to Houston, Texas. And until our next video, we'll catch you later.